Hey, Phil, what's up, buddy? Hey, Debbie. You want to go outside? Buddy bees. It's cold out there, buddy. Real cold. Just got done with a back surgery at home smoking. Okay, right on. Wow, back surgery, huh? That sounds pretty major. Holy shit. What did you need back surgery for? Slip disc? You get a fusion? It's going to be a hot summer in New Zealand. It's going to be hot all over the world, Caleb. You know, this is the new normal. Get used to it. Chili for dinner. Awesome. So I was watching the price of Bitcoin, you know, trying to buy in. I'm trying to buy more and more and more right now. Um, and I've been dealing with banks and bullshit all morning, man. All kinds of bullshit. I got emotionally drained and went to sleep for a while. Woke up and I was just completely dazed. And I realized the cannabis that I'm smoking now, it's so ultra potent. You know, I only can smoke half a bowl of this ultra potent fine cannabis. And all I know is move to another dimension of space and time. Next thing I know, I've got reptilian shape-shifting, intergalactic, interdimensional aliens that are sucking my thoughts out of my brain. Cysts? I don't know what synovial is, but oh my god, that sounds hashtag ultra potent. Wow. I only smoke half a bowl of super male vitality in the morning, you know, because it is so ultra potent. So yeah, I tried to buy some crypto. I tried to find all my Bitcoin. I was trying to do all kinds of shit this morning, and getting organized, you know, and getting ready for this jump in. Rogi, you want me to move those boxes for you, buddy? Here, what's that bothering you here? Full access now, Beazle. Full access. Yeah, I take weak ass hits, liberals, right? Uh, your mom makes weak ass kids. Oh, yeah. Not too many people can keep up with this guy. Alright, so, alright, I think I could turn this one over and smoke it, so let's go ahead and start. President Mackey, right on. What actual fuck? What actual, huh? Big ass Sigma male. What's Sigma male energy? What? What is that? Were you guys like little scrawny gamer fucks or something, man? Is that what you are? You guys got like little wiry, bony frames? I'm a Sigma Chad. Yeah, okay. You guys are fucking funny. Alright. Cheers, guys. These kids are funny. Liberals, you probably don't even smoke cannabis. I mean, you make me pick a game piece, an Omega male. Rogie didn't want to go outside. Shared me 4 times over Facebook. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you. 357. Alright, so let's get rid of this bowl. And let's start with some new stuff. I might even get into some of that other stuff, man. Wedding cake or something. I don't know. It's been sitting there for so long and I haven't touched it. I don't know what I'm saving it for. Here. 6. Here we go. Wedding cake. Hey, Uncle Beanbag, what's up? Alright, let's try some of this wedding cake craziness. If they pledge. Dude, that's a huge hit. I shouldn't take such a big hit. It's very, very large. Here. It's just too packed in there. This stuff is so ultra potent, dense, packed. Liberals, you're not really contributing to my chat with your statements. And you're not going to last if you keep it up. If you just talk nonsense. You know what? In fact, liberals, I'm just going to block you right now. I'm just going to block you right now. Only because I don't like anonymous fucks. You come back, use a name, use your face, impress me. We'll talk. Until then, bye-bye. Yo, Enoch, what's up? Let's do a big fat bong rip, bro. Cheers, guys. I can only smoke alcohol because it is so ultra potent. Oh yeah. Oh my god, that taste is so fucking off the chain. Holy shit. What a high. What a racy, crazy high. I'm watching Bitcoin slowly recover, and I'm fucking just so upset that I wasn't able to make this goddamn purchase when I wanted to. Ah, such a fucking dumbass. And it's just going up, up, up now. Had that nice dip. 60,000, dude. Perfect. Boom. Never went there again. It went down to 61.30. And that was it. Now it's all the way up at 67.75. And it doesn't look like it's showing any signs of going back. That is the dip. I mean, I got in there right now. I got in right now, 60,700. But it's just, that's recovering back from the dip. You know, I was at the beginning of it. Hey, Brian. What's up? I'm supposed to be getting a fucking email message from goddamn one of the goddams to tell me that Bitcoin's gone up 1%. I'm just, oh fuck, dude. This whole day I was thinking I was going to be pulling profit. I was going to be pulling profit because I bought some Bitcoin this morning when it was down. And now I'm like, why? I don't need it. I was thinking I needed it. Now I know I don't need it. I'm like, just let it sit in there, man. You did good. You should hear the buzz, guys. You guys want to hear some of the buzz that I've been tuning into? Here, let me figure out how I'm gonna set this up here. I went out to the Grow this morning, guys, after the show. Well, Christian, half that dream's already true. Joe Biden already is. Hey, Karen. You're going to Slipknot? Right on, buddy. Yo, James, why would you be going to a rock concert during a pandemic? What are you thinking? How many different people's breath are you going to be breathing in a fucking rock concert? How many puffs of air from other people exhaling are you going to be breathing in? You're vaccinated? Hey man, I got news for you, James. There's variants out there, bro. Go, hey man, James, go live your life, bro. Go be free. You don't listen to me, bro. I can't believe you're choosing to do it, but you gotta be free, man. You gotta feel free to go see your fucking precious rock band play their songs. That's so important. I understand how important that is that you do that, so you go risk your life to go do it. You better not slip in some snot at a fucking pandemic fucking concert, bro. You're just asking for trouble. That's not even on my radar. Mold and mites? It's freezing fucking cold outside, dude. Mold and mites hates cold. Mold likes warm. Mites like warm. They don't like cold. It slows everything the fuck down. Cold is great. And it turns your plants purple too. Really, really, really purple. In fact, look at plant number 1. Russet mites? You know what hemp russet mites are, right? Some people think they got them and they don't even know if they have them or not. Can you describe the hemp russet mites to me if you looked at them with a scope? Yeah, your friend. Great. Yeah. That doesn't really matter, does it? When am I cutting them down? I could cut them down anytime. Anytime I want. You know? I'd like to have my friend Dino come by and look at them, but they're getting more purple. What can I say? They're getting more colorful, man, the longer I let them go. Is it Granddaddy Purple? No. No. There's a lot of purple strains out there, Dave C. You didn't know that cold air, that cold slows down mites? Unfortunately, cold air doesn't stop James McGill from going to fucking rock concerts during a pandemic. But, hey, you know, James McGill, Colin Powell also had the vaccine. Did you know that? He just died. Not only did he catch it, but it killed him. Oh, am I allowed to say that? I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. Am I allowed to say those words? The truth? Am I allowed to speak the truth? Oh, masters of YouTube. Am I allowed to say facts on your precious platform, on my podcast? Why am I pulling up a website here? What am I doing? I was pulling something up to show you guys. Oh, right. The buzz. The buzz. The buzz. We got. So did you guys see? You guys see the purple? You guys do see the purple buds, right? Right there on plant number 1. You see it's purple all over, right? I'm just wondering if you guys can see the purple on that or not. I can enhance the color a little bit, but I mean I can see it fine on my screen. You know, I don't think I need to enhance the color. Do you guys see the purple buds? Faintly? Here, let me enhance the color for you guys. Look at that. Now do you see it? Hey, James, you do what you gotta do, bro. You're obviously... Hey, James, you're obviously smarter than me, right? And so is everybody else out there. You do what you gotta do, bro. Like I said, do what you gotta do. I'm not mad. Hey, man. If I never see you again, I'll know what happened. How about that? Good thing I don't feel strongly about this shit, huh? I mean, if you guys know what purple buds look like, I don't know if you guys know what to really look for. But those buds are fucking purple, and that plant number 4, the entire plant is purple. Obnoxiously fucking purple. Nice knowing you. Yeah, it was nice knowing you too, James. Good luck. Best of luck to you, bro. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't just for all. Cheers, everybody. The cat just said to me, it's pretty outside. Come on, motherfucker. I can read your thoughts, bruh. I can read your thoughts, bruh. For a shitty band from Iowa. Look. Hey, man. Some people, you just get into a frame of mind. My friend Dino is the exact same way. I fucking hate the fact that he does it. But he knows there's a massive pandemic going around and he still goes to concerts. I fucking hate it. It's stupid. You know, you guys are gonna do what you want to do, and you feel like you're gonna miss out on these opportunities, and your life will never be the same. And oh, I wish I had gone and seen this band on that day and whatever. Man, I just hope it's fucking worth it. I hope it's worth the risk to you guys. Um, you know, every band that I've ever seen, almost in the whole world ever, was great. Even the local bands. All the shows that I ever went to, it's always a spectacle. It's always fun. Even if a band is not musically that good, there's usually something redeeming about the experience. I understand that. And you've gotten yourself into this routine of going to concerts and watching bands and feeling that energy. And when unfortunately a pandemic hits, that's not really healthy. It's not good for you. It's not good for the band. And it's not good for all the people that go home from that show. And that have somebody coming home from that show, I should say. All the other families that are going to be exposed to those people. Yeah, I love music too, dude. I'm a musician. I perform music. You know, I know some of the greatest performances that I've ever seen were live. Were amazing. I've seen insane shit live. But not during a fucking pandemic. I didn't decide to go to a fucking show because, you know, at that time, there wasn't a fucking disease sweeping the goddamn planet, killing people like, you know, my parents' best friend. You know, vaccinated motherfucking Powell war criminal. Right. I know what you're saying, James. I understand. You got to do what you got to do, bro. It's called indoctrination, though. I want you to know that. You're indoctrinated to think that you have to go do this. You know? Yeah, he's dead, and he was vaccinated, bro. Colin Powell is dead, and he was vaccinated. He was a vocal critic of Donald Trump and his handling of COVID. But, you know, you want to get vaccinated, then you want to go hang out with a whole bunch of people and act like, you know, it's okay. Everybody knows that masks help slow down the virus, and everybody knows that masks aren't bulletproof vests either against it. But, you know, because you're gonna do something fucking stupid, I'm sitting here risking my channel again with the fucking misinformation bullshit. So let's stop talking about this, all right? Yeah, James, I understand. You got needs. You got needs. You want. You want. You need. You need to do this. You got to do this. It's all about you. It's fucking indoctrination, bro. You don't even realize it. It just feels so good to hear those notes on your brain. Oh, that music just makes you feel so good. You know? Mixing mixer soons. Shut up. You're no good, you. You're cool with that? You know what? I'm cool with that too, bro. I'm cool with that too. I have a feeling I've already lost audience members to COVID that we don't know about. It's a strange suspicion. Christian Pearson. Look, I don't have any problem with the band at all. Just so you know. I'm just talking about the sentiment in general of going out. Literally, the fact that they don't give a fuck about their audience, man. Dude, Slipknot doesn't give a fuck about James. Everybody know this. James is going there to suck their dicks, and they're fucking going, and they're gonna fucking vomit all over him. They don't give a fuck about you or your life or your children or your family, bro. Just saying. But like I said, you know, it's important to you. Yeah, I know, right? I know, Billy, right? Hey, man, James. I like cocaine, but I don't snort it anymore. Yeah, I found out it was bad for my health. Cheers. Sucker. They got you by your balls. And like I said, they don't give a fuck about you, your wife, your kids, your family, your friends. They don't give a fuck about anybody. They just want to be stars. It's kind of how I feel about Jimmy Dore being on tour right now. One by one, man, everyone's going to keep losing friends and and eventually people are going to get it. They'll be like, you know, I think I've contributed enough to this. It's time to finally start taking it seriously. Hey, Kristen, what's up? Hey, Renegade Pit, what's up? Brian, I don't even know about that. Christian Pearson says the cocaine statement was the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Cheers to that. Thanks, Christian. All right, so you guys be safe out there. That's all I got to say about that. Don't act like little kids that need to have a little fucking remote control car on your fucking birthday or on Christmas or something, you know? That's what you're acting like. You're acting like a spoiled little kid. And you're literally putting other people's lives at risk. And that's unattractive. That's not a good look for you. But you know, those purple buds are a great look for me. I'm going full screen with that. Wait, let's do it like this. Befla. Huh? So what? Oh, wait. Never mind. Wait. Let's do it like this. Befla. Yes, yes. This is what we want. I want to see those purple buds, baby. Purple buds, baby. Purple, purple, Peter, Peter, people, purple, people. New Broken, amazing. So, alright. We can't talk about this anymore. James, fuck you for bringing the shit up. Shut the fuck up. So, alright, we're going to talk about other stuff now. So, the title of this video is No Mites, No Mold, Gotta Love the Cold. Right? So, I've been having a problem with mites this grow, man. You know, I've been staying on top of them. But, you know, it's some of those strains are worse than others. And it was so wet the last few days. It's been raining and raining and raining after it being so dry outside. And I usually keep the inside of that room pretty wet. I don't just water the pots. I also spray water down on the ground. And so it keeps a nice level of humidity in there, which the plants seem to like. But this is 100% humidity. You know? I realize that having the electric fans in there is the fucking greatest thing, man. On each one of those plants almost has its own fan. And they're all getting constantly blown on. You know, this wind is constantly hitting them. And I went out there this morning and I went up on the ladder and I looked, man, and there is no rot, there's no mold, there's no mites. There was some old webbing that I had to take off on plant number 3, the Candy Kush, at the very, because I had never had a ladder near that one. I just had to get way up there to the top cola and take some webbing off. I took care of that, no problem. The top one on plant number 1 had a little webbing on that. It wasn't bad. Got rid of that. The leaves are nailed. You know, they got ate by bugs. But the buds are great. And I just got to stay on top of it. No, actually fans are not good for mites. What fans will do is blow mites all over. The way mites travel is they'll let out a little spider web and they'll fly in the air like baby spiders. They'll fly in the air in the wind and they'll land on another plant and they'll start eating on that one. So no, wind's not good with spider mites. You'll blow spider mites all over your fucking grow. So if instead of having lengthwise fans that blow across, it's better to have a fan on each plant and blow from this way on each plant. So you're blowing, if you are blowing spider mites, you're blowing them away from the plant, away from the other plants too. So, yeah, spider mites will travel really far, you know? That plant number 2, that plant that I thought was Sour D and that I'm pretty sure is Gorilla Glue 4, they don't like that plant. That plant and the wedding cake, it's pretty clear. I mean, they had a problem when it was younger with mites a little bit in a couple spots, but it wasn't that bad. It was easy to take care of. Plant number 1 almost never had a problem except for the very, very top of the plant that I couldn't get to with the sprayer. That plant did really well. The Candy Kush, that plant number 3, man, they seem to like that one. But the one I think they liked the most was plant number 4, that purple one. So I really concentrated on spraying plant number 4 all the time. That one was really getting them bad. And Mark has never sprayed the plants. I mean, once. He only sprays them with the garden hose. He won't spray them with the fucking sprayer. I spray dish soap and water. And I don't think I'm using enough dish soap, actually. I think I could probably use more dish soap. But yeah, I pulled up this video because I want you guys to hear this this buzz about the market. Check this out. I'm gonna fast forward to 3 minutes in.
Is always the outcome, and so we get a little bit of a price depression before we then most likely go upwards from here.
Yeah, and here's the interesting thing with these funding rates, right? Is like, so most people trading this stuff. If you're in the Bitcoin derivatives market, you're most likely a Bitcoin. You're most likely a crypto bull, right? You know where this is going. You have a significant stake in this asset. You're bullish long term. But when funding spikes like this, what you can do, and a lot of people do this, you can go market short with just a small amount of your portfolio, and you're getting paid like sometimes this is this spikes this funding rate, you can get paid 30%, 50%, sometimes 80% annualized just by being short, and you're just hedging, right? You're not short your entire portfolio. You're just short with just a small amount of derivatives, and you can be almost like in a market neutral kind of way. You're long and you're just short with a small percent of your portfolio, and you're basically harvesting this kind of yield, right? That the longs have to pay the shorts to keep their position open. And so the funding rate is,
My plants are still alive.
This genius and invention by Arthur Hayes, like this financial market innovation, but it's just kind of a way for the speculators to stay balanced a little bit.
Yeah, it's fascinating. When we look at the futures open interest, explain this one.
Yeah, so a couple people I saw on my feed, they were saying, hey, be wary, Bitcoin broke its all-time high, but look, the futures open interest, it's right below its all-time high. Things are getting a little frothy. And they're correct. The open interest is
Happy 420, you guys late. No longer going to cannabis assistance for all. Cheers.
Surface, which is why there's a big difference between where we were in April and where we are today that I think are kind of significant that aren't really understood. And the biggest thing is the percent of open interest that's margined with Bitcoin, that's collateralized with Bitcoin. So open interest, you basically you pledge collateral to enter these contracts, whether that's a perpetual swap futures contract, or just say March 2022 futures contract. You have to pledge collateral, and you can do that with Bitcoin, or you can do that with stablecoins. And so at the top of the market in April, so even though we're at an all-time high, at the top of the market in April, what you saw was like 70% of that open interest was collateralized with Bitcoin. So as the price drew down, not only was your P&L, your profit and loss in the position drawing down, but what you also saw was your collateral was drawing down. So that leads to like a pretty explosive dynamic where the long side of the trade gets wrecked basically. And so now with CME, with this futures ETF coming in, and just not so much like Binance say there's not as much Bitcoin derivative or Bitcoin collateralized derivatives, and it's more like stable coins like Tether. And so this leads to far less kind of explosive long liquidations and actually more short squeezes. So this is kind of this is fundamentally why the futures market, the kind of the dynamic here, even though it's close to all-time highs, is quite different. It's because like under the surface, the makeup of these contracts is a lot different, and that leads me to be bullish. If we see this spike in a significant way, it's kind of a sign that things are getting a little frothy, kind of a little toppy in my opinion.
When you look at this one that we have here with the Bitcoin margined futures interest, this 70% and 45%, is that kind of a good reading of like the band that this trades within normally, or are those kind of outlier type high points and low points?
Yeah, so it's still just such a nascent market, and it's like every single day, just like with the futures ETF coming in, right? There's so much capital that's coming in, and really like we don't have a large precedent. Back in the day when Arthur launched the first with BitNext and the perpetual swap market, basically everything was Bitcoin derivatives because there wasn't really like any sort of stable coin. There was no fiat on ramps to these derivative exchanges. All you had to use was Bitcoin. And so now with more regulated stable coins like USDC, and increasingly like derivative exchanges popping up all over the world with Tether, you see kind of this dynamic change a little bit. And so this is a very, very healthy development for the market. I think the CME futures, the paper futures, we talked about it a little bit when I was on the show last time, even though people think it'll lead to price suppression or all this other stuff, I actually think it's quite good because it means that these kind of drawdowns that you see throughout the history of Bitcoin that sometimes are very, very volatile, I think we're going to see less of that because of the the makeup of this derivatives market.
And when you look at the exchange,
fuck yeah, he does. That's what I'm talking about. And this kind of conversation is going on all over the internet. You could tune into just about any show, any interview, and you're going to hear people talking about how excited they are about where Bitcoin is right now. So look into that sort of thing on YouTube. It's really simple to find all kinds of stuff. Bitcoin will destroy the banks 4 hours ago. Let's watch that. Same guy.
Today, there was a very large transaction. 16,006 Bitcoin, worth about $1 billion, was moved for a transaction fee of $1.75 across the Bitcoin network. Think about that for a second. Somebody moved $1 billion of Bitcoin across the Bitcoin blockchain, and they paid $1.75. The legacy system literally would think that's egregious. Every single middleman, every single rent seeker would want their hands in the pot if somebody was going to go move $1 billion. The bankers would want a little bit. The financial $1.75. The wire services would want a little bit. Everybody would want to get paid. You want to move $1 billion? Well, you got to pay us to do it. The Bitcoin blockchain doesn't care.
I want to call my mom and tell her.
Those middlemen, those rent seekers. And so to move $1 billion for a transaction fee of $1.75 is pretty damn cool. This is, as Bitcoin Magazine said here, the magic of Bitcoin. So to continue to see things like this, I think reiterate to people, this is not just about an asset. It is not only about having a finite supply in a world where there's undisciplined monetary and fiscal policy. This is a technology platform.
Hi, how are you? Good. I love you. Love Dad. How is he? Okay, good. So I just want to tell you really quick. Somebody just moved $1 billion worth of Bitcoin for $1.75. They had to transfer $1 billion worth of Bitcoin from one account to another. So it cost them $1.75. The banks are flipping out. So I just wanted you to know. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. Okay, I love you. All right, bye-bye. She's laughing and laughing.
It's a payment.
It's funny.
This superior technology
It's
is a
amazing.
decentralized, distributed network that
Holy
allows for
shit.
peer-to-peer transactions without asking for permission from anyone. And when you start to evaluate the software based on merit, you realize that no one can compete with it. Where else in the world can you send $1 billion for $1.75 without needing any sort of middleman and being able to do it faster than any other service? This is what Bitcoin can do. And so ultimately, I think what we're watching here is that a lot of folks are going to start opening their eyes. They're not only looking at the asset, they're also going to start to evaluate what that payment rail looks like. And as we've seen, whether it's Twitter integrating Strike, or we've seen the Lightning Network continue to grow in popularity, or things like this, where somebody moves that $1 billion for $1.75, over time, there's familiarity, there's education, and we start to get some sort of adoption that looks like mainstream adoption. It's not enough to simply just have Bitcoiners. It's not enough to simply just have the first movers.
I tell
Instead,
you what,
we
man,
need to have that mainstream
these
adoption.
companies that are
We then
charging
go,
massive
well, what is actually
fees,
happening?
there's
going to
be a lot more competition.
See that the Bitcoin supply on exchanges at the lowest level it has been since 2018.
There's going to be a lot more
now,
competition.
you think about Bitcoin exchange supply. One of the key things here is that the Bitcoin supply on the exchange is a signal that people could be ready to sell the Bitcoin. If I'm buying Bitcoin, I'm going to hold it for a long time. I'm going to go on an exchange. I'm going to convert dollars, a stable coin, or some other asset into Bitcoin. And then I'm going to withdraw the Bitcoin into my own self-custody or my own cold storage. And so taking it off of the exchange is usually a signal for long-term holders. And so the more Bitcoin that's on exchanges, the more likely there is to be sell pressure. With the click of a button, I can go ahead and I can sell my Bitcoin into the market. But if I actually go and I buy Bitcoin and I take it off the exchange, I'm adding friction to the ability to sell it in the future because I have to put it back on the exchange in order to sell it. But also what I am doing is I am signaling that I plan to hold it for a long period of time. And so 2018 was the bottom of the bear market. Of course, there was tons of Bitcoin on the exchanges at the bottom of 2018 because we had seen a ton of sell pressure. Everyone was ready to sell Bitcoin. Now, all of a sudden, as we get into the higher ends of a bull market, what we can see is that people are not ready to sell. We are at the lowest level of Bitcoin on exchanges since 2018. And so that is that signal that people are buying it, they're going to hold it, and they do not plan to sell it in the future. We know that about 85% of the supply has not been sold in the last 90 days or so. And that usually leads to
you
that
guys,
supply
we
shock.
just exited a rising wedge. Holy shit, look what just happened. We had this rising wedge pattern right here. You see this? We exited it and we went level. At that point, we're supposed to break out. We didn't break out. You know what happened? We continued along this path and went level again. It's a double reconsolidation that has happened. You guys can see it here and here. And it looks like a letter M and a letter M, one right after the next. They're almost identical. It's like the black cat in the Matrix when he looks and he sees the black cat again. It's an echo. Something major is about to happen. I don't know if it's a drop or a it's a rising wedge. I would think it would be a drop, a massive drop. So let's zoom in and see what's going on. This is the 1 minute chart, guys. The BP buying, whatever is that buying pressure, it's equal 9 to 9, 9.17 and 9.99. So that's different than it was earlier. All morning it was in the red. So now they're just about equal. Wow. You guys can see that right here. Let me move this out of the way. There you go. Right here. It says 9.2 to 10, 10.0. Look at these two lines right here. See a flash of yellow there, guys. All right, let's hear what else this guy is saying.
We saw in October of 2020 when we had about 85% of the supply not being sold for months on end. All of a sudden, demand increases from institutions. We saw a lot of people arbing that grayscale GBTC fund. All those inflows led to a massive price appreciation, over 600%, leading into Q1 of 2021. As we sit here today, we can see that not only is there very few Bitcoin that are actually on the exchanges, we also know that a lot of the Bitcoin that is being held has not moved as well in the last few months. And then when you overlay that with the Bitcoin ETFs and also things around interactive brokers now letting RIAs come to the market, and also players like PIMCO who have trillions of dollars all saying, hey, we want to play in this game, that signals that there's going to be increased demand, there's a highly illiquid supply, and if history is any guide, that should lead to a massive price appreciation in the coming months. It will be very interesting to watch. Now, one of the things that is going to start to happen as the price of Bitcoin continues to go up is that people will stop talking about Bitcoin necessarily. It won't just be about, oh, that cost 3 Bitcoin. Today, 3 Bitcoin ends up being about $180,000. You don't just go to the store and spend $180,000 out of the blue. So we can't keep talking about Bitcoin. At some point, we're going to have to start talking about sats or satoshis. And those sats end up being really hard to actually write out if we're going to use 8 decimal places. Right. And so when you start to actually think about a sat, you can say 1 sat equals how many dollars? Or you can think of $1 equals how many sats? And so today, what we've seen is that $1 equals about 1,580 sats. The ultimate idea from most hardcore Bitcoiners is that eventually $1 will equal 1 sat.
Wow.
As we've seen, we continue to see that $1 equivalent in Satoshis goes down. We're moving from at one point, we were at 10 million Satoshis equaled $1. Then we were down at 1 million, then at 100K, then we were at 10K, then we were at 1.6K, and now we are at just under at 1,580 Satoshis. So over time, it is likely that the amount of Satoshis it will take to purchase $1 is going to continue to trend towards 1. And if we eventually reach dollar parity, where $1 equals 1 sat, Bitcoin will be at a much higher price, obviously.
And the world will explode. This is riveting information. I'm sure you guys are just riveted. Listen, guys, I'm going to cut out early. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys later tonight for a night show, all right? Bye-bye now.